All right, let's get Saturday's Daily Puzzle on chess.com a shot. This one's called Between a Skewer and a Checkmate. It's white to move. Give the video a pause and try it yourself if you feel like it. All right. Between a Skewer and a Checkmate. King's in the middle of the board. Seems like it has a lot of moves. Seems like it would be nice if my pawn was here. I guess I could take away those two squares with my queen and my bishop. So I've got a few checks. I can go here. Okay. Yeah, so these are blocked. Is this really the only check that isn't protected by a piece? Kind of feels like, does this threaten checkmate? Huh. Alright. Well, black doesn't have any checks at all, I don't think. So my king is in a pretty good spot right now. So that makes me think I probably don't want to push this pawn. Alright, after this check, this just doesn't feel very good. I feel like taking away all these squares is good. So I don't really want to go over here. Oh! Wait a second. Okay, so I was thinking this check didn't work because the queen can't go here. But if I go here, I'm skewering the queen. How do you say that? I'm skewering the king, right, to win the queen? Because the king would be the one that's in the middle of the skewer, right? If it was a little barbecue. All right, so I go. I think I like this all of a sudden. So if I go here, the queen can't really take that, because if it does, the queen is lost. So if it's here, that feels more interesting. The king can go plenty of different places. It's got this, this, or this. Oh, it doesn't have this because my queen has this. So it has either of the light squares. If it goes down, it kind of feels like my queen can really get involved all of a sudden. Yeah, that's mate. Okay, so the king has one square to move. If I go here and the queen doesn't take, the king has one square to move to. And I can still go here. But now the king's escaping up here. But I feel like this looks good to me. Here, I think this is forced. And then I have some options. I feel like it's probably better to try to force the king towards my king and my pawn. Or am I trying to skewer this queen eventually? I don't know. Alright, well these two moves are forced, I think. Or this move from the king is forced. And then I've got a few different checks. I can go here, here, or here. Or here. Oh. Maybe that's interesting, because then I think if the king takes, then this is mate, right? Because I was trying to get the king onto that square. Yeah. So maybe the pawn push is interesting. Okay, I think we're making progress here. Here's forced. Here, king can't take that. Because if it does, this is checkmate. How do I undo an arrow? So here, here, here. I think the king is going to be forced to go here, and then I skewer the queen. Does that work? I think that works. I think this is clicking for me on a Saturday, which is always great. I don't know if this is it, but I think I have to try the line. Let me walk through this one more time. So if I go here, the queen can't take, because if it does, then I skewer the queen and win the queen. So here, if the queen's not going to take, the king has to move, and the king only has two squares to move to. One of them being here, and this would be checkmate, so it can't do that. The other being here, which can be met with the pawn taking. And again, the king doesn't want to be on this square because this would be checkmate, so the king can't take that. But if the king goes here, I skewer the queen. That's kind of a deep puzzle. If I'm right about this, I'm going to be psyched. All right, so I'm going to do this. Let's give it a shot. Dude, that's one of my best efforts of all time. Yes, dude, on a Saturday. On a Saturday, feeling sharp this AM. All right, let's run that back one time. I think I just explained it pretty thoroughly, but let's give you one more explanation because it is kind of tricky, I think. There's a few different lines to consider, but it's just forcing enough that I was able to wrap my little brain around it, you know? All right, so here is the first move. This check is cool because the queen can't take it. It looks like it's guarded by the queen, but the queen can't take because if the queen takes, I just hop here and immediately win the queen. So if the queen can't take, the king has to move. And the king only has two squares that it can move to. Queen's got all these, bishop's got all these, queen's got these as well. So it has two squares, those two squares. If the king goes here, my queen drops down, and that's a checkmate. Because the bishop has these two squares, and then it's just a dovetail mate. Queen's got the rest. So the king has to go to that square. And when the king goes to that square, I can hop this pawn in. And again, the king can't go here, or else I checkmate it with the queen. So the king's not going to be able to take this pawn. and it only has one other square that it can go to, which is this one right here, which is going to allow me to skewer the queen. And I'm winning that queen, baby! That's a puzzle. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.